Hey guys, welcome to our video on simplifying algebraic expressions. So in this video, we're going to be talking about how do we perform our order of operations and fully simplify an expression when there are no longer just known values, but variables. Let's dive right in. All right, so we've worked with order of operations before, our grouping symbols, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. But what about this expression right here, where we've got a variable x and a variable y? All right, well, how many operations do you actually see present in this expression? Well, I hope you said 4. We can see the addition and subtraction symbols, obviously, but the multiplication signs are in between the 8 and the x and the 9 and the y. We call those ninjas because they hide in the expression, but we still have to make sure we're aware of their presence. Otherwise, it can lead us to making some mistakes when we're simplifying. All right. Now, of these expressions, how many can we actually perform? Can I actually subtract? Can I actually add? Can I actually multiply? And the multiplication is not possible because I can't multiply a known value by an unknown value. So that's fully simplified. But what about the addition or subtraction? Can I actually subtract 8x and 9y? Can I actually add 9y and 10? Well, the answer is no, because they are not like terms. Like terms are terms with exactly the same variables with exactly the same exponents. If terms have these characteristics, then we can add and subtract terms. If not, we cannot perform those operations. I want to make this very clear that coefficients have nothing to do with terms being like terms. The coefficient does not determine whether terms can be added or subtracted, whether they can be combined. All right, so let's take a look at some examples down here and try and determine if we have any like terms in each list here. So why don't you pause the video and write down any terms that are like terms with each other in these lists. Ready, pause. All right, let's see how you did. So you can see in the first list, negative 3y and 12y are like terms. The 7x and the 6x squared are not like terms because even though they have the same variable, they do not have the same exponents. All right, in our second list here, we have two pairs of like terms, 3a to the fourth b and 7a to the fourth b, and then 3b and negative 3b. Now notice, again, you have a 6ab there, and it has the same variables as the 3a to the fourth b and 7a to the fourth b, but it does not have the same exponents. Both things have to be in place. In our last list, we only have one pair there, negative 2m to the third p squared and m to the third p squared. Well, hopefully this makes sense, and we can now easily identify terms that are like terms. So now that we can do that, let's actually go ahead and simplify, apply what we just talked about, and simplify our algebraic expressions. Again, we can't perform any of the multiplication in these expressions or the exponents because of the unknown variables, but there are terms that we can simplify using the addition and subtraction operations and combine our like terms. So why don't you pause the video, give each of these a shot at simplifying the expression, and we'll come back and check our answer. Ready? Pause. All right, let's see how we did. So in this first expression, you can see the 6x and the negative 3x are like terms. So if I add 6 and negative 3, I get 3x. The 9b and the 5b are like terms. So I add 9 and 5 and I get 14. Now I cannot simplify this any further because the 3x and the 14b do not have the same variable. In our next example, I have a pair of like terms, my 7y squared and my 6y squared, but the 6y and the negative 4 are not like terms. So since there's nothing for me to combine them with, I just bring them down. Our last example has no like terms. What this means is we can't perform any operations, which does imply that this expression is already fully simplified. All right, so now that we've kind of walked through some examples together here, why don't you try some on your own? All right, ready? Pause the video and go. All right, let's see how we did. Hopefully you got negative 2h squared plus 12h plus 5d, 9ab minus 7a plus 4b plus 8, and 3p squared minus 2p plus 11w. All right, now if you didn't get these answers above, please ask your teacher during class. Now, maybe your teacher doesn't have time during class, but of course, you can always go to the mark and get some help on this as well. So that's all we've got. Hopefully, this helps you understand how to simplify expressions with variables a little more clearly. Thank you for your time, and we hope to see you more at some of these other videos.